well. Well as one can be. It's been a while. Yeah, what do you say? Really? What do you say to everything that's unfolding? See, that's the problem. You can't speak about what's happening. Well, that's not totally truthful, because you can talk about it, but only from one perspective, one view. No opposition, no debate, no discussion allowed. You can't even question, is that fair? Is that right? Is that just? Nope. So blindly, y'all go where no man ever wants to be, which is a spin on to boldly go where no man has been before. Naked and exposed. Oh yeah, you got nothing. You have absolutely nothing that you can stand with in defense of you. That's the world that's unfolding rather rapidly. It's kind of new for most. It's not new in that this has never happened before. What's going on? The people, the subjugation of the people, putting down that iron fist. So it is December 11th, 2021, although you see on the screen there I have December 10th, because it was my intent to stream last night, and didn't get to it, obviously. So I'm going to pick up, add a 1 plus 1, it's 11 today. So yesterday my thoughts were on the elite, the controllers of the system. They know who they are. I'm not going to name names. That'll get you censored, for sure. Why? Because, nobody wants to be called names, right? Mama, Mommy, they're calling me names. Dad, they're calling me names. What do I do? Yeah. They know who they are. The elite, the controllers, the ones, the movers, the shapers, the ones with all the cash, all the money, all the goods. They got it all. Okay? They're accountable. So I'm putting it on the record. My name is Joseph, for the record. I toyed with going with Jew, my initials, my name, Jew. 3. Jew 3. Not just any Jew. I'm Jew 3. I'll stick with Joseph. These people, these minds, whatever they are, whatever they think they are accountable. And they need to know that. They need to know that God is letting them know that. We're at that time. Now. Otherwise, it's late. All in. All in now. The deed's done. So I see Sandra Welch popping up here with BASF Tech. What you got? Anything more, Sandra Welch? SW. I'm going to call you SW because I was going with calling myself JEW, Jew 3. Because I'm the third. My name's Joseph, though. The deed's done. Everything that's going on in the world right now, the things that connect us all, that are taking place, it's in motion. It can't be undone. It can't be stopped either. And as I say that, before I continue onward, I want to say that God is here right now, always. Stop waiting, stop looking for God to appear in a way, or waiting for that chariot to roll in, the clouds part, or the clouds roll in. God is here now. God has never been anywhere else but here. Never left. Never left. So stop waiting. A lot of people waiting. Afraid, I guess, to embrace the impossible. I could go on and on about what's going on in the world right now. I'm very aware. It's unreal. And I know first and foremost that you can't talk about it. You can't speak about what you know, what you see, what you understand. You can't even ask for more information to sway you one way or the other. Need more data, more input, before you can make a determination. You're not even allowed that. Okay? Now I know I don't need to take a course in this, and I can't imagine that most would need to take a course in the understanding that that's not how reality works. I've grown up in a lifetime. My father lived a lifetime. My grandfather lived a lifetime. Different, but similar in many ways. Things that get carried on from one generation to the next. Some things you just know. Okay? Now, this country, the United States of America that I am in, is founded on principles. Thoughts. Thoughts by men who chose to spend their time together, because that's what this is all about, all of us, trying to come to a sensible, fair understanding of how do we make this all work. A society, a people, a country where people do want to come to. Coming is not the problem, but first and foremost, the foundation, those principles that they just didn't put thoughts into a hat, little one line. It's ludicrous that I should even be here right now sharing this thought for the record. Because we should all know this. Why don't we all know this? That's the problem. There is a problem. There's a problem when you can't get up and share a truth. And if it's not a truth, then it should be addressed as such. Not just violently, because it is being violently shut down. Aggressively shut down. That's not how you do it. You have a discussion. That's what a court, a trial, say now, everything that's going on right now in the world, the system, the courts, the judges, to me, none of it matters anymore. It's clear that it's not what it used to be. Not in any way, shape, form whatsoever. There's none of those principles, those foundations. They're gone. And it's all new what's taking place right now. And you know what? A lot of people aren't going to be able to understand it, or not, and they're not going to accept it. either. But that's not going to matter, because at the end of this, the numbers of those people that would have been of that mindset, who would have stood up and spoke up, they won't be here. I've said this time and time again. These controllers, whatever you want to call them, this plan, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I am here, by the way. I just haven't chosen to turn the camera on totally, so to speak. I'll get to that. The night is young. Brilliant. It's brilliant. I mean, I can't deny that it took planning. This just didn't happen. Somebody didn't acquire Aladdin's lamp, and this was a wish. Yeah. I don't know what's going on right now with the world, other than to say it's totally gone astray. It's given up on those things deep within us all that got us as far as we've come. Tossing them to the curb, letting the garbage truck come by, pick them up, take them to wherever, never to be seen or thought of again. And adopting something completely new, unknown. And while I have nothing against that, it's the motivation for what's propelling a lot of minds to accept these new I don't know what you want to call them. These new new rules, because that's what they are. They're rules. And I'm going to go ahead and I do these live when I stream, just to get it out of the way all at once. I don't go editing or anything like that, and hopefully I have enough bandwidth and all that good stuff, although I'm seeing a possible cut down in the bandwidth there. Okay, let me see. That'll make it more, because I'm adding, where's that? Here we go. Yeah. Let me take the hat off. Hope everybody's well. Can't say that enough. I want to say this too. I like to put this out there in every one of my streams of late. When I do stream, that I speak with God. I don't know any other way to put it other than that's how my mind perceives reality. Whatever you want to call this. What is God? That's a good question. I think God is everything. Everything. Everything that I'm unaware of that could be. God is Christian, God is Jewish, Hindu. Go on and on. God is here. God is here. I say that time and time again in my conversations with others. That's important. If I wanted to leave or felt a need to leave something with somebody in a passing conversation under the circumstances, this world, this moment right now, it's that the most important, the most simplest thing you need do is be with God. And again, what is God? That's the beautiful part. You can sit down and have a conversation with another. What do you think God is? Again, God is everything. God is an intelligence. Just checking, make sure my mic's on. I've done that before. Getting distracted for a moment here. So much going on. This world. This moment. God is an intelligence. God is not limited, because I'm thinking of those out there that picture a throne, this chair where the king is sitting. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But God is much more. It's an intelligence. Everything. I am always asking God questions. I'm not walking around talking to myself. But in my mind, I'm thinking. I'm observing everything that's going on around me, you, everywhere, and everyone and everything. And I'm thinking with God. Haven't you ever thought of having a conversation with God? What would it be like to have a conversation with God. How would you know? Music. Music helped me. It's different for everybody. And now, it's not just music, but the music definitely was like a light that was turned on and illuminated so much that I was not aware of. I asked God. I will stand in any jury room, any courtroom, and testify truth. In January of 2020, I asked God. Directly focused thoughts. Now, I didn't know what was going to be coming, what was going to be happening. You know, the things you can't talk about right now in the world. But I had concerns in my mind. It's easy to get lost. Your mind can race, especially when it comes to possibilities. We're great Imagineers, aren't we? I think. I asked God if God would show me with words, with music, what I needed to know, what we need to know, because anything I need to know is anything you need to know, what we need to know. Something short, something simple and sweet. Something that I could keep with me through what was going to be coming. Okay? I did a video here on YouTube. Explaining how I did this, how I asked God that day, and the answer I was given. It was very simple. Two-parter, 2 songs, 2 pieces of music was all I needed to keep with me, coming straight from Father, from God, intelligence of all, wisest of the wise, destiny, first of all. Keep that in mind through what's coming, what's happening. Destiny. And the second part, it's my life. It's my life. Doesn't get any simpler than that. I'll never forget. I carry it with me every day, everywhere I go. Because the day is coming where I'm going to need it. How dare you? This is an admission from the system. They're saying, and excuse my my parlance. Fuck you. That's what they're saying to you. Because you can't think what you think anymore. You have to think what we think. You have to do what we say, period. I'm very aware of what's going on in the world. It's the end. It's the end. It really is. We're never going back. I'm not on the bandwagon to go back, and I never really was, because I've always felt that we need to change. Something needs to happen to us to wake us up out of the trance that we've all been in. It's all been pretty much good times. High fives. Not anymore. Not as much, anyway. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing that this is all taking place right now. Who would have ever thought this up? No, I shouldn't put it that way. Who would have ever thought somebody would have actually done it, or is doing it? Because we go to the movies, we watch TV, we're catapulted by the millions into alternate realities, so to speak. None of it exists. It's all in your mind. You buy it up, eat it up, and scream for more. Not me. I am not in that camp, and I'm the problem. I'm a problem. The system does not like me. I know that. I am a messenger with God, not for God. I am with God. We are all with God right now. Again, God has never left. Stop waiting. Jesus never left. Jesus is with God, with Father. And where's Father? Father's here. God is here. What is God? What is God? Doesn't really matter, you know. I'll go there for the moment. Doesn't matter what God is. God is anything and everything. God, it could be an AI system. That doesn't mean any less of you or me or any of us within that system. Players of sorts. Where we are. Where we choose to reside within the system. What's the aim of the system? Well, if I'm coming to this realization, this understanding of God, and what God is, what God could be, this intelligence. UFOs. See, I'm not I accept this intelligence. God comes in many forms. And in today's world, in this moment right now, UFOs, craft, whether they're coming from another world, planet, another reality, an alternate reality, dimension, whatever it is, right now is like the perfect time for such a moment to take place. I think the people, those who are ready to embrace such an idea and understanding, are great. The numbers are great. I also think the numbers are great of those that will not accept it, and that's okay. You don't have to go. Is that a good way of putting it? You don't have to go. You can stay. That shouldn't give you reason to deny another leaving and going, though. And that's where I think we have a lot of issues with. Clearly we do, because it's only one way now. Anything else is opposition, and it will be dealt with swiftly and promptly. Papers, please. Yeah, I'm very aware. The clock is... I don't even think a clock matters anymore. That's how close we are. To something is coming. Something huge. I feel it. I want to mention dreams, because my whole channel here is dreaming reality with God, which I feel very competent in saying, and comfortable in saying. That's where I'm at. I'm dreaming reality with God. Now, night before last, which would have been the night before I was going to stream, which would have been last night, but I didn't get to. The night before that, I had a dream that I woke up from in the morning, and it stayed with me because it was a bizarre dream. I was trying to understand, why am I having this dream? So, in the dream, I find myself in a mall. I'm not sure what mall. I felt like it was an outdoor mall, outside type mall, and a jewelry store. And I was looking at a gold chain. And then something happens. There was quite a number of people in the store, too. I want to say that. A lot of people in the store. And something happens. Now, I can't explain what happens that caused what happened next. It was like if you were watching a film and then a second or two or three gets snipped out, and you don't know what was in the between the cut in the film. But so I'm looking at chains, and I'm noticing this one chain that catches my eye because it was huge, like 1 inch length, huge gold chain. And then there's this, I don't know what happened, because the next moment I'm wearing the chain, got it around my neck, and it was heavy. I remember thinking, this is heavy. And everybody is heading for the door, trying to get out. It was like a madhouse of people rushing to get to the door. And as I was doing the same, and I had the chain on at that instant, not understanding why I had the chain on, but running to get out of the door, feeling like it was the end, because everybody was grabbing things, everything. And I remember thinking as I was just about out the door that I reached and swooped up a bunch of small chains with my hand. And then the next moment I'm outside and I'm alone and I'm trying to stay hidden. I don't want to be seen because I'm thinking I took the chains, but then I look and I don't have a handful of chains. And I think must have been a thought of seeing somebody taking all those chains, because I didn't have, but I did have the big chain. Anyway, I don't want to get lost in that, but because I could go on and on. Some trigger event took place. That's what seemed to catch my eye. Not being able to understand what took place, to just be looking, and then the next moment, frantic to get out. Yeah, I'm like living it over again in my mind. Dreams. Something there that's a part of this conversation that I feel is there with God. Everything that goes on is a part of this intelligence trying to have a conversation with whoever, a relationship even. I know that it sounds crazy. If that were true, then what's taking us so long, and what's next? Then, because surely it can't just be about asking God questions and then you get back answers that clearly defy reality. We're told that that's not how reality works. There's no intelligence there that could have such power, such control. Well, that may be true, and again, it may be true. It's your choice. I think I'm in the camp that's ready to go. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say that, but I do. I feel like I'm in that camp that's ready to go to the next classroom. I'm not sure what more I can get out of this life now. Sure, there's things that I've missed out on, could have done, and I have no problem doing them. And they're always going to be there, in a sense, my memories, hopefully. But there's a part of me that's ready to take the next step. Now, UFOs. Let's go back to the UFOs real quick. They represent an intelligence, clearly, that's beyond us. That scares a lot of people, to think that somebody, because people look at it as, oh, well, they think they're better than me. And I mean, that's it. I see it all day, every day, if I tune into to what's going on in the world. And that's an attitude that needs to stop. because that's not what this intelligence is about. Now, demons, a lot of people say it's demons, and it's evil, aliens, and you know, it may be. But I'd rather spend my time, because if is what it is, well then more than likely I'm going to lose in that scenario. So it's wasted time thinking about it in that regard. So I choose to see this intelligence that's clearly here. Something is here. It's always been here. It doesn't go anywhere. It's like asking you to go somewhere else. You can't. Or like taking a fish out of the water and saying you must breathe, exist out of the water. This intelligence is here. And people are aware of this and tuning in. It's a frequency, a wave, and they're on it. They're not demons. I think that they would like, and again, I don't want to put words in these, whatever this is, mouth, so to speak, but I'm thinking very carefully about this, because I don't want to feel like I'm telling anybody what to think, how to think. Everything should be a possibility that's possible, though. I will say that. Why would you want to have doors closed? You'll never know what's on the other side. If you do, I think the best time one can ever have is when all the doors are open. That'll be, ooh. Every door's open. What kind of peace can you imagine comes at such a moment where nothing is hidden? You don't gotta worry anymore. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. Yeah, sure, it's not happening for you or me or most of us, if not all of us, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm getting a little bit of that video. No data. Yeah, I've been here almost an hour. We'll see here if it lets me resume. That may be the end of this stream. We'll see. I apologize for the pause. Usually it comes back, but it hasn't come back yet. Oh well, I'll just keep going here because I do want to bring this one to a close. It's like I said, I know what's going on in the world, and truth is being denied. It's like the system is saying you can't handle the truth. As shocking as the truth is, you can't handle it. And you can't do that. That's not a free, there's nothing free about that. No freedom, nothing. And that makes it wrong. And as long as we continue to ignore that it's wrong to do that, it leads us nowhere. I think the people need to know. God needs us to know. God isn't hiding anything from anyone. God is open to all. Universal. Dimensional. Alternate reality. All that. Everywhere. There's not a place or time or reality where God does not reside. God is everything. I think I see something huge is coming. Something that you won't be able to deny it. That's just whatever it is. I don't know what it is. What the lights are from, I don't know. Just that lights are a big part of this. Soon. Days, weeks, soon. Look those things up there on the screen. Wake up. You gotta wake up first. Stand up and then speak up. You could do those things, stand up and speak up, if you do a search. Event 201, Operation Lockstep, Crimson Contagion, SPARS 2023-2028. That's my favorite. Project Diffuse. And I just added Revelation 1, chapter 1, verse 9 through 20. Refresh your memory. Again, I'll be back when I'm back. It is a downer right now because people just seem content to just stand back and let somebody else do it for them. Now my mind's going to be wondering what Sandra Welch put up there. Maybe when I go and look at the page, there'll be some comment. I don't understand why YouTube lets that happen, where you'll get a post and they're putting a link to God who knows where. I would never click on the link. I don't click on any of those links. Unless there's a little bit more there to go by. Anyway, VA, Virginia, SF, Tech. I know somebody in Virginia. Hope they're well. Hope everybody's well. I could have said a lot more. I could get deep into the God. Whatever one wants to think I'm experiencing. There's a lot I don't share, I don't speak about. I share just enough. But I want to make it clear to these elite, these controllers, that God knows what you're doing. You know, I'm going to be funny here for a moment. God knows. God sees you. And wants you to know that. What else is God supposed to do? I mean, I was standing here. Hey, hey, Father, God. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. For you, I'll let him know. You are now on call, I guess. You know, all in. It's time to put it all in now. You know, your turn is coming to an end. You know, we're playing this game, rolling the dice. You did what you wanted to do. The deed is done. You know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. If you're smart, you want to at least half smart and have a desire to keep living. Then you know. And they now know. They know. This intelligence is very aware, very real, very alive. And I think that these elite people, I think they know that. And they're expecting people such as myself and others, many others. There's a lot of us are waking up. I'm tired of all this. I am. I mean, it's not without provocation. You know, if the world wasn't like it is, I wouldn't feel like I want to go. I shouldn't want to feel like I want to go anywhere else. That brings me back to the whole waiting thing. It's like I'm waiting for God. You know, why? Because you're going to go to heaven. So I don't want to be in that state where I want to go. But at the same time, I got to be a realist, right? That's something very keen on. Real. You got to be real. Reality. Well, if I take reality into account, everything that's going on within it, why would I want to be here? Why would any intelligence want to be here, trying to exist under the conditions that someone put into play? Ruler, king. Call me God, if you will. Why? Why would any of us want that, let alone God? The true God, the one true God of all. And premonition. I'm looking at this little snapshot of the notes that I wrote down. Destiny. I wrote down destiny exists. Destiny. A lot of people fight with destiny and free will. And I tend to lean towards a coexisting of the two. It's the free will that motivates the destiny to become, to be. Gives it call, gives it reason. They go hand in hand. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3 plus 1 more makes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 10, 1 more. Never ending. Haha, that's my sarcasm. My finger up, so to speak, to the controllers, to the system. The trust is destroyed. Okay, the doctors, I don't trust doctors, nurses, the whole thing. It's everywhere. I don't want to pick on them. They're all caught up in part of this, and they're making a choice. And I understand it's hard, because you're punished if you don't follow the line. It's amazing. Truth's gonna win. Truth's already won. Truth never lost. And that's, I think, important. Like with God's never left. God's here right now. And the same thing is true of truth. Okay. I'm going to end on that note. I feel I'm ending on a happy note. And that'll inspire me to come back. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. We'll see. I'm going to tune in to the world for a moment, see what's going on. I'm going to head on over to my thing there, warrior. I'm a warrior. For information. War info. War. You all get ready here. You all be well. And smile.